Now Mark Studel surely is going to be very disappointed with his players. And there's the penetration now. 2 on the shot clock. Step back, takes a deep 3. No man's land, doesn't get it. Williams with a rebound, and now Serbia are going to have to try and get back on defense. They go down low here to Gabe Olasheni. Tries to force his way up. No foul called. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Great Britain ball on the baseline. Well, if you remember in the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers, Gabe Olasheni had some very good games against Montenegro and against Germany. And also been a key factor for Darren Shafika. Definitely a player that Great Britain want to try and isolate in the low block as much as possible. Nelson now, another step back, another three-pointer. Luke Nelson. Well, somebody called the London Lions because the pride is showing up here in Newcastle. Nelson now moves up to 9 points. It's 2 for 3 from the perimeter. And Radonov now just trying to orchestrate as Serbia keep going to this dribble handoff with a few pick and rolls. All the way to the basket now. Radonov kisses that one off the backboard. And that's a tough move by the Peristeri B-Win player. Oh, Weitzel now throwing a very soft pass there, but Serbia don't capitalize. They turn it over, and now Serbia have numbers. Right, Jusic goes for a 3 in transition. He tucks that one away. That's a bit of fast break basketball. A little bit of run and gun by Serbia. Well, that's the thing with this team, of course. Great Britain needs to be mindful that if they make mistakes, Serbia will punish them. But again, goes to the same here. If they get things right, Serbia can still punish them under the basket. Well, very unorthodox. Weitzel, excuse me, looking very uncomfortable having to play the point guard role, but something out of nothing as he's able. And goes in the lane with a sweet little finger roll. And again, says to Luke Nelson, anything you could do, I can just do it a little bit better. As Danilo and Jusic, he now moves up to 5 points. Nelson hesitates, goes all the way, and the Iceman responds one more time and says, what did you say? And Nelson has come ready to play. Well, 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Well, good defense by Whelan. It's a backcourt violation, forcing Alexa Radonov into a turnover. Well, that's what you do when you put your hands in the passing lane, but again, same time, Patrick Whelan really has to time that gamble very quickly, because if he gets it wrong, Serbia will have a 5-on-4 advantage. But in that case, Alexa Radonov did get the last touch. Well, Dev Van Oostrum, again, Great Britain turn it right back over. Van Oostrum unable to get back in transition defense as Yaramaz just easily lays that one up. Van Oostrum now currently playing with the London Lions. Remember, he started his career in the ACB as well as a youngster, but also as Jordan Williams now tries to dish off over Olasheni. It's a turnover. Well, Great Britain have tried to go with a big lineup with Jordan Williams. The jump shot in transition is no good. And now we have 3 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Serbia leading by 3 points, 21-18 here in the first quarter. Van Oostrum is going to try and dribble this one down for the last shot. Well, here comes the pick and roll action now. Gabe Olasheni, 6 on the shot clock. And Van Oostrum draws a foul. That's not a bad foul there from Serbia. It's going to be a sideline ball here to Great Britain. Now the shot clock will be turned off. The foul is going to be called on Serbia's number 19, Luka Mitrovic. Well, Mitrovic has only just checked into the game now. Well, Whelan now finds Olasheni, throws it down with a bit of authority. Well, Gabe Olasheni get a beautifully executed play right at the end of the first quarter. Well, I'd like to see the replay of that one, because Gabe Olasheni, a little bit quiet early on, he just introduces himself. And that is the end of the first quarter here. Serbia leading by 1 point. We'll show you some stats and some highlights. And as it stands, the visitors with some of their traveling fans behind the bench. Well, let's go listen now to what these coaches have to say. Well, they can see Great Britain 3 for 5 from the perimeter. Serbia only 2 for 9. 6 for 12 from inside the rainbow. Great Britain only getting to the free throw line once tonight here with Luke Nelson. Well, let's take a look at the highlights now here from the first quarter.
There has to be collective effort on rebounding. And if we're contesting shots the way we are, let's tidy that up. The effort's great. Let's tidy up on those contests. Let's make sure that we clean the boards and we run. Fellas, those little things down there, they don't want to play at our pace. And what we said, we're not running to goal.
Još jedanput da odigramo fist down, da odavde.
Well, here are some of the key plays. Now, there was Stefan Jovic, but the problem now for Great Britain, we're just allowing Serbia too many chances in and around the basket. And that was the early penetration by Luke Nelson. Again, look at that dime there from Stefan Jovic. That was one of the 3 3-pointers from Great Britain as Luke Nelson draining that one from literally the desert. The M1 3-pointer. Well, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you download Courtside 1891 where you get all of the best live basketball all over the globe. Remember, we'll be heading to the FIBA World Cup, which will be this summer, this window, and the final window, which will be played in February. You can watch it live on Courtside 1891. Well, Trifanovic now checking into the game here for Serbia. Likewise for Great Britain. Well, Great Britain now, again, also making a change. Is coming in as Aaron Menzies. Well, another turnover. Now Serbia have numbers. Good transition defense from Great Britain, but well, there's the pump fake now, goes all the way to the basket. Again, it's too easy, and he gets the M1 and just punishes the Great Britain defense. Well, Simanic there, just too strong for Menzies, as he will go to the free throw line. Well, Borisa Simanic. Originally from Ljubovija, Serbia. He's actually playing for Megabasket, the club academy where the great Nikola Jokic came from, the Joker. Again, when you think of some of the key names in Serbian basketball, Jokic is definitely up there. Well, Whelan made his last three, takes another one. Contested three-pointer. Patrick Whelan making it rain in the corner as he hits the second tray ball. And the fourth one of the night here for Great Britain. Well, Yaramaz now being heavily guided by Devin Van Oostrum. Well, Van Oostrum hits the deck now. Serbia have an advantage here. They'll throw this one down low now. 6 on the shot clock. Here comes the double team. Take the gamble under the basket. And one more time, this guy is going to go for the three-point play. Well, just when Devin Van Oostrum came over for the double team, Great Britain's defense completely scrambled. And that's the price you pay. Well, Mitrovic now just getting some last coaching inspiration from the great Pesic. I mean, when you talk about a basketball career, I mean, he is one of the greatest coaches in the history of international basketball. Currently stands at 211 centimeters, but doesn't make the three-point play this time. Again, another highly regarded player for the future of Serbian basketball. Well, Kyle Wheatle now here, trying to use a screen now from Menzies. Goes down the middle. Another Great Britain turnover. Well, can Serbia capitalize here in transition? That's one thing about Serbia's fast-break basketball. They haven't been able to get too many quick baskets in transition. Now they've got points off the turnovers. Simanic now spinning around, going with a jump hook, doesn't get it. And a push in the back is going to be called. Obviously turnover there for Serbia. They don't want to pick up too many of those as Luka Mitrovic gets called for the foul. That's a beautiful move by Simanic. I mean, it's going to be a potential top 5 play on the FIBA World Cup social media page. Now Stefan Jovic checks back into the game here for Serbia. Well, Nelson here. So far, a bit of confidence going along with the likes of Patrick Whelan under the basket. Menzies throws it down with two hands and just introduces himself to the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, that's the kind of game, of course, Great Britain, they need to try and play. Use their post play, the likes of Menzies. Not to mention when they get Gabe Olasheni back in the game. Now under 10 on the shot clock here. Jovic using the pick and roll now. Kicking this one out, and Jusic, he's made 1 3. Doesn't get this one. Great Britain do their homework. They box out, secure the rebound, and now a chance to take the lead with Devin Van Oostrum on the ball. Van Oostrum now, he'll pull up for a 3. He'll take it. Well, almost hits the backboard. Serbia now with a chance here to try and build on the 1-point lead now. Trying to set some space between them and Great Britain. They haven't been able to break them down completely. Runs the 10 on the shot clock now. They pull up for another 3. The 3 is up, and the 3 is good. And Serbia starting to feel the confidence as Trifanovic. I mean, he makes that look easy coming off the pick, but again, just dribbling himself, getting his feet set, punishing. Oh, Van Oostrum now goes down the middle. Van Oostrum, I think he tried to shoot that one, but finds Jordan Williams. I think Van Oostrum just threw up a prayer, and somebody answered to that one. I don't think anybody. I'm not quite sure if that was a shot or a pass, but well, I think he's going to get the assist, but nonetheless, cutting it back down to a 2-point ball game. They try to go down low now. Here's the mismatch. Got it by Patrick Whelan. Spins around, but a traveling violation. I think he's infuriated because Marko Jagodic-Karica, I think he felt there was a foul there, maybe right there. Well, that's a tough one because I felt that it was good footwork. Well, Jagodic-Karica, of course, proven to be a pivotal player for this Serbia team in this game. Remember, they must win this one. Nelson now dealing with the full court pressure. Finding Williams now getting a handoff. Great Britain just getting a little bit more confidence. Williams now doesn't take the shot, spins around. Too big, too strong. Jordan Williams just going to work. And all of a sudden, Coach Pesic has to call timeout here for Serbia. Well, Jordan Williams coming off a season with the London Lions, now going to play in Hungary. Remember, he played in Germany. Also played for Falua Stan for Coach Dario Georgia. So a very well experienced player. There is a QR code for courtside 1891. Well, download to get all the best stream schedules and scores for all live basketball all over the world. Well, let's go and listen now. There you can see the stats, of course. Both teams with 8 field goals with inside the rainbow. Great Britain with 1 more 3-pointer. 2 of those coming from Luke Nelson. And the other 2 come from Patrick Whelan. One experienced coach, of course, and again, he's had to take over after a very successful campaign. Haven't seen Serbia play in the final of the 2014 FIBA World Cup, not to mention also losing to Luka Doncic and Slovenia at the 2017 FIBA Eurobasket. Now remember, the last time these two teams met, Great Britain versus Serbia, was at the group stages in Turkey, Istanbul, at the 2017 FIBA Eurobasket. Now Stefan Jovic was playing for Serbia in that game. Again, it's been a tough start for Mark Studel this season in the British Basketball League. So he makes his debut at the pro level for the Newcastle Eagles. Now he does coach in this arena, but at the moment his duties are to try and get Great Britain to pick up their 2nd victory. A win tonight will just keep their chances alive. A loss, excuse me, will just make things a little bit more difficult. He tries to back down. Now there's the kick out in the corner. Tough pass now, wasn't able to shoot it. Another dish off, another little dime. And again, doesn't get the finish. And now Great Britain with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. Well, Nelson now wants to go pick and roll here. Looks like he's going to go Not with Jamel Anderson, but they go with Menzies. They find Whelan now. Whelan back to Menzies in the corner. They get a wide open look. Anderson, he can make these. Doesn't get it. Great Britain failed to get an offensive rebound in Serbia with a chance to retake the lead. The foul is going to be called against Jamel Anderson. Well, it's definitely a foul. There's no arguments whatsoever. Well, Jamel Anderson spent the majority of his career playing for the Lesser Riders. Also played briefly, well, 2 stints he's now had with the Cheshire Phoenix, but as we mentioned last year, successful campaign with the Manchester Giants under head coach Lloyd Gardner, getting the club back into the BBL playoffs for the first time since 2013. But an offensive foul, well, a moving screen has been called against Luka Mitrovic. I thought they were going to call a foul possibly against Jamel Anderson because look at the replay. Now watch Anderson here with his leg. I thought that was where the foul was going to be called, but Mitrovic is going to get called for the moving screen. That's an interesting one for me. Well, Great Britain now with another chance here to try and take the lead for the first time. Could be a huge confidence booster. The kickball has been called, so it's going to be a fresh 14 on the shot clock. On a sideline ball to Great Britain. You kind of think the way that Gabe Olasheni likes to play as he does with Darren Shafka. I mean, he's not the foundation big man that likes to play a high pick and roll. I mean, he generally likes to get the ball in the paint. Now, he has, at times, as we've seen, been very effective from the high post. As Ben Mockford checking into the game here for Great Britain. Nelson now going all the way. One more time, the Iceman going to work. And he is simply unstoppable every time he gets to the bucket. We're giving Great Britain now the first lead of the game here. With just over 4.5 to go. The 3 is up, and the 3 is just beautifully tucked away as Serbia wastes no time as Ristic just punishes the Great Britain defense. And Nelson now, he'll pull up from no man's land and doesn't get it. Probably not the best shot there. Again, with his caliber and his experience of playing with this Great Britain team, he will have the green light. Goes up in the mid-range, no foul called. Nelson with the rebound. Great Britain here, trailing by 1. Nelson going in, kicks out again. Williams now finding Olasheni. Olasheni goes in with a little jump hook, he can't get it. A slight delay in game has been called. Well, I think Lou Nelson really should have attacked the basket, at least try to get a foul there. But again, it's good transition defense from Serbia. Nelson again, well, excuse me, Gabe Olasheni, you know, with the experience he has and the players that he goes up against in the Turkish Basketball Super League and also the Basketball Champions League, I mean, there should be standard players. Carl Wheatle checks back into the game here for Great Britain. Curls off the screen now. It's Marko Jeremic checking back into the game to try another 3. The 3 is up, in and out, doesn't get it. Serbia again still trying to force the effort from the perimeter. Nelson now kicking this one out. Great Britain just trying to get themselves set into a good offense. Wheatle now pulls up, gets one. Carl Wheatle has the potential here to go to the free throw line for the 3-point play. Well, there's been a lot of discussion about Carl Wheatle. Is he a 2-guard? Is he a point guard? And there you can see just doing the best, coming off that pick and roll with Gabe Olasheni. Well, that has been the struggle for this Great Britain team. I mean, who is the natural PG in this team? The absence due to the injury of Tariq Phillip, of course, is Teddy Okorea for not being here tonight. A 2-point lead now to Great Britain. Just under 3.5 to go here in the first half. Done well. No traveling violation call, but 6 on the shot clock here for Serbia. Tries to attack the basket, puts up a circus shot, doesn't get it. And now Great Britain can try and slow this one down and try and play at their tempo. Serbia gonna have to try and get another stop, and they don't want to allow Great Britain to get too much confidence now. Wheatle now coming off one screen, puts up a circus shot, doesn't get it. And Serbia just do enough now. Trying to go in transition. That's just beautiful basketball. I mean, the ball doesn't touch the floor. Well, it's that man again, Marko Jagodic Kurica, currently playing in Montenegro this season, 35 years of age. And you can hear the Serbian fans in this arena here in the Newcastle Virtu Arena. It was built only a couple of seasons ago.
Serbia, Great Britain! Serbia, Great Britain!
Well, Nelson now tie game here. Giving this one up to Kyle Wheatle. We've got 10 on the shot clock, and again, that's much better for Gabe Olasheni. Well, that's what he has to do now. Try and put Serbia into foul trouble, and he will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Well, Gabe Olasheni can be a very dominant back to the basket post play. And again, you can just see, well, excuse me, that was the 4th team foul. So my apologies on that one. It will be a baseline ball here to Great Britain. Mockford now here with under 10 on the shot clock, finds Nelson. Nelson now, hesitation in lane, gets rejected, but comes up with his own rebound. Still can't capitalize. That's just good defense. And now Stefan Jovic here, just over 2 minutes ago. Serbia struggling to really cement themselves in this one. And there's a spin out. Again, a smart textbook play. But who else? Number 21, Marko Jagodic Kurica. Well, as soon as he got the ball in the low post, I mean, watch the spin out here, the mismatch. Good footwork by the big man. And that's what Great Britain cannot allow, of course, to have too many of their players with those mismatches and those changes on defense. Because Serbia will punish them. Well, originally from Zadar, she started his professional career back in 2005 at Spartak Subotica. Also played for Novi Sad, also played for Iranimburg, and for Lua Stan under Dario Georgia. Had some good seasons in the basketball Champions League, but he fails to make the second free throw. Well, there's a back down by Jordan Williams. Now Williams will go to the free throw line. It's an interesting lineup now they have on the court here, because Jordan Williams is playing power forward, but Great Britain now with 2 back to the basket post plays. Again, in an ideal international basketball, it doesn't free up a lot of room there for the backcourt, but you know, Jordan Williams is a very strong, powerful post player. But standing at just over 200 centimeters. One thing this man will give you is a lot of depth with inside the low block, of course. Now we got a timeout as these 2 teams are going to talk it over. Great Britain leading by, trailing by 1 point. In just a few moments here. 1:46 in the first half.
The whole team has legal.
Ajde da im damo košar. Ako oni postoje zonski. Znači ako postoji odavde drugi, zaspo si malo pre ovde, odavde, mi si ovde, odavde, i na njegovo mesto, tu, i pustite loptu i špritete da damo koš. Koji na desnoj strani. Ja trčim gore. Odavde, tu da odigramo, preko njega, boksao.
Ovaj maš i bacanje, ne?
Well, it's going to be 2 free throws here for Jordan Williams. Now, we're talking about a player who went through the untraditional route, of course, of many British basketball players. Didn't go to the NCAA. Of course, he went to play in Europe in the Easy Credit Bundesliga in Germany. Now, also played for Falou Ostend under the great Dario Giorgia, the head coach of the Belgian national team, as Williams fails to make both free throws. And this is now a chance here for Serbia. I don't know if you saw the stats, of course, but Serbia do have 6 steals in this game, but that just shows how Great Britain really lacking that point guard here in the backcourt due to the absence of Tariq Phillip. And he comes to back down now. Trying to force his way into the basket, goes in. Good defense by Olasheni. And now Great Britain here with a chance to retake the lead. Now Weedle here in the backcourt. Also with Patrick Whelan and Ben Mockford. Weedle now. Again, this is where you can see the lack of experience of having that true point guard really has affected Great Britain. Well, Weedle is a fantastic basketball player. There's no arguments whatsoever, but he's the kind of player that really you want to see him play off the guard. And one part of his game, if he kind of tries to improve a little bit more of his perimeter shooting, I mean, he's going to be a top-class player for this Great Britain international team. Well, no more fouls for either of these two teams to give here with 1:09 to go in the first half. Well, we're under 10 on the shot clock now. Out to Williams, made 2 threes, takes another one, doesn't get it. And now Gabe Olasheni going in for the offensive rebound. Again, he misses the putback. And just when you started complaining about Great Britain not getting any second chances. Yagunis Karidze now goes baseline, a no-look pass. Down the middle, there's a kick out. Samanis tries another 3-point. Again, it's beautifully tucked away. But against the ball movement, the penetrations, the kick out, making the Great Britain defense scramble. Samanis, the big man, just able to spread the floor there for the Serbian offense. Well, Weedle now trying to find Olasheni. Again, he throws it away. It's another turnover. And this is where Mark Studel's got to figure out. He's going to have to try and play Luke Nelson as many minutes as possible here. But Williams is going to check out of the game here, which is going to leave Gabe Olasheni as a standing center. Again, you got to love what the Serbian defense do, just clogging the lane, not allowing Gabe Olasheni any free looks. So Great Britain now have brought in Dwayne Lautier-Ogunleyu into the game. Oh, a academy prospect from the Bristol Flyers. Well, 2 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Serbia's going to try and dribble this one down here for the last shot. They've got a 4-point lead. And now there's 3 on the game. Hesitation, they turn it over. Well, it says 0.4 of a second left, but I don't think the officials are going to review this one. I think they're going to leave that as it is. That's a costly turnover. Yaramaz, usually a player who's able to take care of the basketballs. Mark Studel is going to try and draw one thing up. Now, one thing that could go in the favor of Great Britain is possibly they could draw a foul, get to the free throw line, but we will find out. Let's go and listen to what these coaches have to say.
34-38 in favor of the visitors.
We're going to go towards the ring, okay? Yeah, but look, the most important thing is we have to get a hand on it, okay? We're trying to score, obviously, but what we can't have is go in full court and it's a turnover and then they get the ball here. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah? Carl, you've got the ball out of bounds, okay? I want Gabe right here on the top. I want Patrick this side, B-Mock here, and D'Lo here. Does that make sense? Carl, as the ball's coming in, Pat, you're going all the way over this side, okay? So Gabe, take a step here, all the way over this side. D'Lo, you're coming all the way to the ball. B-Mock, go and clip Gabe. We're trying to get Gabe at the ring here. They're going to load to the ring. If there's nothing there, B-Mock, you're coming this way. Catch and shoot it with there. Does that make sense? Okay, so we have to go as the ball's coming in on that first one, Pat, okay?
If we get someone come to it and get a catch, but if it's 5 seconds, we don't want to get this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going that way, okay? We have to make sure we get a touch on it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
International Friday night basketball action here at the Virtue Moms Arena.
Well, it's definitely not impossible. It's a tough ask here. With literally no time to dribble the ball. You got to inbound it. Whoever gets it, just have to literally force up anything you can into the bucket. There's a lot passing. Well, I'm not sure if he tried to shoot that or whatever, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is the visitors Serbia lead this one 38-34 here in the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. We're live here in the V2 Arena in Newcastle. Both coaches with a lot to think about, of course. I mean, for Great Britain, the key thing for them is the turnovers, not to mention the amount of second chances they've allowed Serbia to grab on the offensive rebounds. Both teams now picking it a little bit up from the perimeter. Great Britain 40% from downtown. If you look at it, apart from the turnovers, I mean, Serbia have had a lot of points off the turnovers, which have cost them, or cost the Great Britain, excuse me. But Nelson, leading all scorers at 13 points. Samanic, Ristic, and Jagodic Kurica leading the way here for the visitors. Let's take a look now at the highlights from the first half. This is the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Stefan Jovic, of course, we mentioned, the only guy that played for Serbia the last time these two teams met in 2017 at the Eurobasket. Coming into his team as a veteran role, of course, his leadership, his experience. I mean, there's the dime from Jovic. And Ristic under the basket. Well, Nelson has hit 2 3-pointers so far. And that was the foul he gave away in the M1. And with Serbia so far, 5 tray balls from downtown. It's Patrick Whelan, he's also hit 2 of them. And Nelson, as we mentioned, this season playing for the London Lions, having a good season so far. Trying to help the capital bring the championship to the Copper Bucks. And Jusic, not renowned for his perimeter shooting, but in transition, you can see a bit of run and gun basketball from Serbia. One of the things I was very critical about this team was the inability to get many points in transition. I mean, they're not that kind of team, of course. I mean, their basketball DNA is to play at their tempo, but this is something they're going to really gift themselves. I mean, Yaramaz just putting his hand in the passing lane. Maybe just getting away with a little slight push-up, but this is international basketball. Wheeling there, finding Olasheni with the one-handed jam. And just like he does with Darek Shafka in the Turkish Basketball Superliga. Many times he's done that for the famous Green and Blacks. Of course. Well, that was a 3-pointer off the pick and roll, and again, something that Great Britain, to kind of compete at this level, they have to understand how to defend these teams when coming off those ball screens. They have to anticipate the players such as Jovic, Ristic, not to mention Alexa Radanoff. These kind of players, they'll come off those pick and rolls and they will let it rain from the perimeter. Well, he's had a good game so far. Marko Jagodic Kurica, 6 points, 3 rebounds. But Borisa Simanic so far leading the way here for Serbia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go get a drink, go eat something to eat. We'll be back in just under 12 minutes. This is the 2023.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams? The colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands. It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Chenko, nice pass. Heran is blocked, unceremoniously blocked.
But it's the former MVP who comes down the floor and brings the thunder.
Porzingis way downtown, just short, but good rebound. No good, balls loose. Porzingis comes in and skies.
Gets those nerves jangling in this humongous Serbian crowd again. Superstar versus superstar. Superstar shot. And Belgrade believes.
Oh, dangerous pass. Yabusele. 48, you don't want to foul him. He goes up for the dunk.
Nice pass to the corner as well. Extra pass on to Clough. Clough going behind the back. Dazzling dribble. What a move from Charlon Clough. Tying the Spanish defense in knots.
Nurkic thought about launching it. He's going to take off. Oh my goodness me, are you kidding me? What a move from Nurkic. They're going to be talking about that one for a long time. Might just be the dunk of the qualifiers. Wow, look at this. Is he going to shoot it? No, and then he sees it open up, and he says, I'm going right at you, big fella. And he goes and he puts Poirier on the poster. Mitic drives, tough shot, wasn't a good shot. Now up ahead, they get it to Osman. What a catch, he scores, he was fouled. He was fouled, he's going to the line. A chance to tie it. Turkey have risen from the dead in remarkable fashion. Kalinic launches it from midcourt. Oh, you're kidding me. Can it get any worse for Turkey? Nikola Kalinic just throws a nail in the coffin beyond half court.
Giannis now looking to get these going. He got it by Kevin Tumba. Giannis now looking to spin around. Giannis,
Oh, baby! Giannis Antetokounmpo just serves up Kevin Tumba.
between our host Great Britain and the visitors Serbia. They lead this one 38-34. Well, a must-win for both of these two teams. You think about it, I mean, Great Britain's only won one game, which was almost a year ago at this time. Let's listen to Coach Stoodle.
Again, right in front of our bench, every pick and roll solid, trust each other, be up to touch, build from behind, wall up defensively, okay? And make sure we rebound, fellas. Make sure we rebound on everything, okay? Look, first possession, it's their ball coming out. First possession, go chin. Carl, I want you on the ball now as much as we can, okay? Yeah, to start with, okay?
I onda izađe odavde, gurni loptu i odavde vode si i Renano neka bude na ovu stranu.
Ovaj se uvlači mnogo, trojka se uvlači mnogo, ako bude flair možda ovaj sam ostane.
Of course, you can hear now, Mark Stoodle wanted his players to show a little bit more synergy and try to be together defensively. I mean, it's the second half for them. I mean, they're only down by 4 points. Many would have expected this game to be one-sided, but they can see the official FIBA World Cup qualifying app. Well, download the official FIBA World Cup qualifying app on your smartphone, your Android, or your tablet. Customize your experience up to the FIBA World Cup in Japan, Indonesia, and Gilas, Filipinas. Remember, that is the official FIBA World Cup qualifying app. Well, Serbia now look like they're going to go with the similar starting lineup from the first half. Let's do some Ristic now. Alexa Radonov didn't feature too much in the second quarter. Stefan Jovic along with Marko Jeremic and Marko Jagodic Kurica. Well, Ristic is their top scorer on the floor at the moment. He has 7 points. But they've been led by Samanic. Now he has the highest side, but it's Luke Nelson for Great Britain. He's the top scorer in the game with 13 with 2 3-pointers. Jagodic Kurica now trying to force his way in another mismatch against Kyle Weedle. Again, it's something Great Britain they cannot allow, of course. And Kyle Weedle, predominantly a shooting guy, can also play small forward for that matter. But again, in a one-on-one matchup against Jagodic Kurica, it's only going to move one outcome. Well, Jamel Anderson left wide for the perimeter. Jamel Anderson nailing the pick and pop three-pointer. Well, he's had a few good games from downtown this season for the Cheshire Phoenix in the British Basketball League, but if there's ever a time to shoot off for Great Britain, this is the game here. Remember, they've only got one victory, and that was against Greece on this court, the opening game of the World Cup qualifiers. And Serbia now trying to go to their bread and butter. Jagodic Kurica now 2 seconds trying to spin out, going to work, and again, he wasn't even looking at the basket. He doesn't get it now. Luke Nelson. They're trying to orchestrate his Kyle Weedle here, playing off guard. Nelson heavily guarded by Jeremic. Down to Olasheni, bit of contact, and Gabe Olasheni just powering his way to the bucket. And now we'll do the big man some confidence. I think Serbia definitely did their homework. Probably taking a gamble to try and identify Great Britain's not going to be a deadly team from the perimeter. I mean, 2 3-pointers from Patrick Whelan and Luke Nelson. They for sure know that Olasheni's going to be a problem. Now they caught a foul there. I think that's definitely the right call because Alexa Radonov. Let's have a look at the replay now. Watch Radonov hit. That's a foul, no doubt. I mean, you could argue it's all ball, but it's come from the side, of course. Just a smart play from Alexa Radonov. Just a simple penetration down the middle. I think the officials now have to identify, because that could potentially be a shooting foul, unless they're trying to identify he was trying to pass the basketball, but 2 shots there. I mean, to me, it looked like Alexa Radonov was in the process of shooting, but I think the Great Britain players clearly do not agree with the call. Well, Alexa Radonov, as we mentioned, playing for Vasilis Spanoulis for Peristeri B-Wind. Also played for Ego K in the Basketball Champions League last season, so the 201-centimeter off guard, of course, really is going to have a big second half here. Radonov just gets the shooter's roll in the second one, giving Serbia now a little bit of a cushion here. 3-point lead now for the visitors. Weedle again struggling under pressure from Radonov. Nelson pick and pop with Anderson going down low here to Olasheni. Olasheni now forces his way up. No foul call, bit of contact. It goes out of bounds, and that's going to be Great Britain ball, but it all starts with Dwayne Latier Ogunleye. And that's what happens when you just go in and try to attempt for a second chance. I mean, watch here. There's the putting Jagodic Kurica under pressure. Oh, excuse me, I was Dusan Ritic, excuse me. Nelson now takes a Hail Mary through, doesn't get it. Jeremic now trying to do a nutmeg against Olasheni, but it's not going to work. Now Great Britain with a chance here, trailing by 3 points. Nelson now being heavily guided, dealing with the pressure from Jeremic. Finding Olasheni. Olasheni, I think Olasheni may be lucky. He didn't get called for a walk, but he's going to go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Watch Olasheni on the pick and roll here. Well, you got to love the fact that that's just how the game evolves. Of course, no arguments from the Serbian players. As we mentioned with Gabe Olasheni, now currently having some good seasons in the Turkish Basketball Super League, but again missed the free throw. Now he went to play at the University of Iowa, leaving in 2015. Now his first pro contract was in Germany for Broge Bamberg. Spent a brief bit of time with Fren Labrada in the ACB back in 2018. Before going to play for Würzburg, the hometown of the great Dirk Nowitzki. A 2-point lead here for Serbia. Jamel Anderson now having to pick up here. Now this is an interesting defensive matchup that, of course, Mark Studel's gone with, to have Jamel Anderson, a natural power forward, of course, you know, very mobile, of course, they can defend a lot of players. Now Serbia come off the screen, time and space, doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound. Oh, but they missed a putback. And Great Britain now fighting to keep Serbia off the boards. And now they can tie the game up. Nelson, quick 3, transition, doesn't get it. And now Serbia here with a chance to restore a little bit of order. Now Stefan Jovic will pick and pop to try another 3, and the 3 is up, and the 3 is good from downtown, as Ristic just punishes Great Britain with a simple pick and pop. Dusan Ristic, again, just doing a good job there, of course, of sending those bull screens. Is now Olasheni hanging in the air, and again, will go to the free throw. That's not a bad foul, of course, as he has struggled from the charity stripe here this evening. But again, you got to love the confidence of the Darüşşafaka player. Well, so far, Great Britain only 3 for 7 from the charity stripe. Serbia 7 for 10. Serbia with only 6 turnovers. Great Britain, not too bad, of course, 8 turnovers themselves. But the one key stat that Mark Studel would have talked about at the halftime break was the fact that Serbia came up with 6 steals. Now, Great Britain only have 1 here this evening. The 1 steal coming from Gabe Olasheni, for that matter. And gets the first free throw. Well, probably one of the best seasons he had was when he played in the inaugural year of the Basketball Champions League for Dinamo Sassari. After that, went to play for Alain Loré in the French LNB Pro A. Makes it 2 for 2 from the charity stripe this time, cutting it down to a 3-point ball game. Serbia now just trying to deal with this defiant British whereabouts here in the game presence, just trying to make themselves a nuisance here for Serbia. And now we're under 10 on the shot clock here. They got to get something going. Again, he's made a few 3s tonight, takes it on the corner, hits the side of the backboard. Olasheni with a rebound. And now Nelson will try to put this one here in the full court. Nelson now hesitation, kicks out to Anderson, fumbles the pass. Leeds will now go and pick and roll here with Olasheni. Finds Anderson under the basket, doesn't get it, but the putback by Gabe Olasheni. And again, we talked about Great Britain's inability to go in for those second chances, but somebody just gave a phone call to Dr. Olasheni.
We got a tie ball game.
Well, now you can see Great Britain just putting on a bit of full court man-to-man pressure here. Just trying to suffocate the Serbian offense. And now we got the switch on defense here. Kyle Winner, but there you see Olasheni just trying to pick the pocket. Unable to come up with a steal. Now you can feel the confidence of the Great Britain defense. I mean, Olasheni has done a lot under the basket, but that's what you want to see from Luke Nelson. And Stefan Jovic is going to have to, well, there you can see behind Coach Mark Studel. in the lane. Hangs in the air, but somehow, some way, still gets the bucket. And he's going to go to the free throw line here for the three-point play. Oh, that's just beautiful by Luka Mitrovic. Thinks he's going to throw it down. Too big, too strong, and just too good. Well, Luka Mitrovic, originally from Novi Sad, Serbia, was selected by the Philadelphia 76ers in the second round with the 60th pick in the 2015 NBA draft. Now, he started his pro career back in 2011 for Hemofam. Also played for Boris Banbeck shortly after Gabelishin. Now, we got a retake here on the free throw. Well, in 2019, he played for Baxter Rest. Also played for Apoel Bank Yehav Yerushalayim in the Israeli Winter League. He stands at about 206 centimeters, makes the second free throw, makes a three-point play, and he puts Serbia back up by 4 points. You just gotta love the fact how Serbia were able to spread the floor, but every time they go to that pick and roll, it's Carl Wheatle now just trying to deal with the full court pressure. And they've moved Nelson to the two-guard, out to Anderson. 7 on the shot clock now here for Great Britain. They go down low here to Olasheni. Olasheni trying to force his way in now. Bit of contact, goes up, gets rejected. Well, great defense. You just gotta love the defensive play here by the Serbian front court. And then Serbia now trying, well, was the foul debate. The foul's gonna be on the ground. It's gonna be a baseline ball. It's gonna be called against Dwayne Latier, Ogunleye. Well, Luka Mitrovic, you can see after that pass and one play, he wants the ball. He is feeling the confidence. Now Mark Studel here just making the change. Well, Borisa Samanic coming into the game. Now, he was the top scorer at the end of the first half here for Serbia. He's the kind of big man that loves to go to the pick and pop scenario, but again, he can put the ball on the floor. Samanic now throwing this one down low here. Radonov now down the middle, goes in, and Radonov just throws it down with no regard for the non-existent health side. Great Britain defense. Well, Alexa Radonov, just the kind of cooling he needed. Well, somebody call Vasilis Spanoulis because the Peristeri Birin player is going to throw it down.
Okay, we're good on that switch and we can crowd and rebound. We're fine with that, okay? Yeah. Down there, any single time that we're in these areas, we got our backs turned, they're going to come and send one. So make sure the trail guy's open so we can move the ball. This time, let's go to this side, okay? Gabe, Mel, Carl, Luke, and Pat, okay? Luke, go off this side, okay? Pat, it's with you. Gabe, make sure we clip him, okay? We're going floppy back, getting Pat one. Pat, get into the seams. Mel, come all the way through. Carl, get into this area here. Gabe, I know where they are. Try and be disciplined enough to come and set it on the outside. You'll kill him on the short roll on this side. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, and other than that, we've got to keep getting him involved in action, okay? Yeah? First side, second side. Hey, let's go. That's their run. That's their run. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, it's kind of defensive plays right there, the lack of communication, but also the spacing and awareness. I mean, somebody has to fight around the ball screen because Alexa Radonov should not be given a free passage to the bucket like that. And Patrick William now checking into the game here. So currently now they're going back to Carl Wheatle at the point guard. And Radonov now picking up Wheatle's Jordan Whelan. Well, Patrick Williams, excuse me. Whelan had to look there from the perimeter, didn't go for it. Hangs in the air now, another turnover. And now Serbia can capitalize, leading by 6 points. But Juice is just left wide open. Get out of jail card there for Great Britain. They left him wide open, took a gamble. As Wheatle now crosses over in the blocking foul. He's going to be called against Yaramaz. Well, 6-point lead now. The Serbian fans just rallying behind their players. Nelson now finding Kyle Wheatle. Wheatle now scrambling on offense here for Great Britain. No movement off the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Nelson with the ball in his hands. Nelson step back. Hail Mary 3 takes it. Doesn't get the roll on it. Again, you can see the lackluster positioning of the Great Britain offense. Also the credit down to the way the Serbians have defended them here in the second half. Well, we go down low here again. This is the mismatch that Serbia wants. Spins around now. Good footwork. Hangs in the air. And another foul. But again, the problem with that is, I mean, the thing for Great Britain is they haven't been able to really contain the Serbians. I mean, that's just simple play there. But look at, it all starts with number 19, Luka Mitrovic. Or Samanic, excuse me. I mean, the fact that they just enter the paint when the shot goes up just makes the Great Britain players scramble. That's what's led to these fouls, of course. And that's not the last team foul that Great Britain can give here in the third quarter. We're in the lane now, again, the mid-range. It's too easy here for Serbia. And again, the aggression on defense needs to tighten up here for Great Britain. And Dwayne Latier, Ogunleye now. Kicking out to Kyle Wheatle here, 7 on the shot clock. Wheatle down the middle, Wheatle goes up, hangs in the air. And again, much better. Attacking the basket, he'll go to the free throw line. And that's something they've missed here in the second half, just that ability to break down the Serbian defense. But just that simple penetration just has to force Luka Mitrovic to come over and help, which is what causes the foul. And so far, Serbia really have just enjoyed the fact that Great Britain have really struggled to get any rhythm in their spacious offense. Kyle Wheatle, originally from Lambeth, London, in the south of London. Again, another player that decided not to go down the NCAA route. Went to play in 2016 in Biella, Italia. Currently playing for Pistoia. Currently having a good season. Now he stands at 200 centimeters, about 6'7". Again, a point guard role is not his natural position. He's a very good player, but having to take that responsibility here in international duty is a big ask for Kyle Wheatle. They're trying to draw the foul again. They're going to call a flopping, a technical foul. Well, interesting there because I did feel that Jamel Anderson did reach. Let's have a look at the replay. Wow, make what you want of that one. Trying to say that Andjusic. I think what the referees have identified is that Andjusic was looking for the call. And again, made it a little bit too obvious, but you also have to feel for Andjusic. There was a bit of contact there from Jamel Anderson, but nonetheless, it just goes to show Jamel Anderson, a phenomenal power forward who can defend the backcourt players. It's Kyle Wheatle, the Leicester rider. Oh, excuse me, Patrick Whelan, my apologies, makes the free throw. Well, Patrick Whelan has had 2 great seasons with the Leicester Riders, this being the second one, of course. And the possession now goes back to Serbia just for the technical foul. But Jordan Williams now, Hail Mary 3 from no man's land. And another foul's called. This time it's on Jordan Williams. And that's a terrible foul to give away because end of the shot clock. Great Britain were about to secure the rebounds. And now Serbia will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Definitely is going to be called against Jordan Williams.
2:51 remains in P3. And on Friday night, international basketball here in Newcastle.
Well, Luka Mitrovic now will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Well, Mitrovic now stepping up to make the first free throw. And again, it's amazing to see the amount of talent from Serbia going in and out of the NBA draft. Only 29 years of age, of course, now in his veteran years, but at the moment currently playing back in Belgrade. As he will go to the bench. Provisional substitution made by Coach Pesic. A 7-point lead here for Serbia. Beetle now here. And Patrick Wheeler now. This is where Great Britain have struggled here in the second half. There's the penetration, the kick out, good ballman. They try to get Ben Mockford. One more pass in the corner, but good help side defense from Serbia. And that was Yaramaz there. You can see just putting his hand in the passing lane. A 6 on the shot clock now. Logan Lee now finding Jordan Williams, a little jump hook under the basket, doesn't get it. And Serbia just tightening up on defense and not allowing Great Britain anything easy in the paint. And another foul's called, so again, Great Britain giving away so many silly fouls and just gifting Serbia to build the deficit even further. Right, Jusic will go to the free throw line here. Danilo and Jusic, 7 points in so far this evening, 4 rebounds. Well, another player from the capital, Belgrade, as we mentioned, started his career at Hemofarm. Also played for Bilbao, not to mention Anvil Vasilek in Poland. Another player, 2018, played for Igor Kea in Bosnia-Herzegovina. 8-point lead here for the visitors. Wheatle now, kick this one, another turnover. Now it's a 3-on-2 transition. Alexa Radonov all the way, goes in with an easy little finger roll. Well, Mark Stewart tries not to go for the timeout, but again, a couple of changes. Now you can see Gable Ashani coming back into the game here with Luke Nelson. I think for Great Britain as well. I mean, they do have Josh Sharma on the bench. Also plays for the London Lions. Lottier Ogunleye now. Well, that's got to be, I think he's lucky not to get an unsportsmanlike foul there, maybe. Clearly throw it. I mean, watch what he does here. Well, I think they made the right choice by getting him out of the game. And he says, ref, how is that a foul? But, I mean, he should have no arguments whatsoever. And Jusic, I think he's going to feel that one tomorrow. Samanic now here trying to get a handoff. Serbia now with a 10-point cushion. Biggest lead they've had so far of the night. Hesitation now, switch on defense. They want to go down low here because Luke Nelson. And here comes a double team now, goes in the basket. It gets too easy, but he missed a layup. And Nelson just able to secure the rebound. That's a beautiful movement from the visitors. Williams now getting a handoff now, back in the low block. Again, Olasheni, this is a problem by having 2 post players, just too crowded in the paint now. You can see that Jordan Williams is trying to back down, but Gabe Olasheni just walking into the paint, just bringing the help side defense, not allowing Great Britain any space in their offense. This is sometimes the gamble you play with having 2 back to the basket post players. Nelson here, finding Olasheni under the basket. Again, a foul has finally been called, so we'll go back to the free throw line here with 2 shots, and much needed for Great Britain to try and put some points on the board, just build some confidence. I mean, that's how you know Serbia have read the scouting report. 3 players all around Gabe Olasheni. They know what this man can do. And many of them, of course, have played against him in the Basketball Champions League, not to mention in the Turkish Basketball Superliga. He makes the first free throw, arguably along with Obi Soko. Gabe Olasheni was definitely one of the best centers in the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers. Well, just gets the second one to drop now, cutting it down to an 8-point ball game. Well, Serbia could go 2 for 1 here. They're trying to come off a double screen now to kick this one out. Here's a pick and pop. Trying to force his way in, puts up a little jumper, doesn't get it. Williams with a rebound. Now Britain can push this one. Oh, the chance. It's going to be a traveling violation, I believe. They called an offensive foul, so I have to see the replay of that one. I think he was outside the semicircle, but it's tough to see from that replay. That's a wasted opportunity there for Great Britain to cut it down to a potential 2 or 3 possession game. Oh, excuse me, no offensive foul, so I was wrong. Well, my apologies to the viewers. I felt they called, well, I thought they were going to go with a traveling violation. And then what it looked like was an offensive foul, but it's actually a defensive foul. So good thing here for Great Britain now. 6 seconds difference is going to be between the game clock and the shot clock. So could be potentially a 6-0 run if they can get a stop down the other end and another basket. But Serbia, of course, don't allow Great Britain any hope of trying to get back in this game. Olasheni now last 4 points of a GB from the free throw line. Well, Yaramaz now trying to set the offense up here for Serbia. Coming off one screen now. Here's the mismatch in defense. There's the kick out. There's another three-pointer by Andjusic. Takes it, doesn't get it. Wheeler just put his hand in the cookie jar. Can he come up with it? Doesn't get it. And Serbia now one last chance. Jusic down the middle. There's a kick out. There's a three-pointer. Takes it. Another offensive rebound. And that will not count. He didn't get it off in time. As both teams scramble there in the last few seconds. But at the end of the third quarter, Serbia still lead this one by 6 points. 57-51 over Great Britain. We'll show you some stats and some highlights here from the third quarter. There you can see Great Britain only 12 field goals from inside the rainbow. Getting to the free throw line a lot better. Serbia one more three-pointer. 2 more field goals from inside the three-point line has been the difference.
How do we like to get it side to side? Floppy, swing. Okay, I'm going to keep saying it, fellas. Floppy and swing.
Well, he was one of the key players here in the third quarter for Serbia. I mean, he was just bullying his way to the basket. Marko Jagodic-Korija. Well, double digits come from Dusan Ristic, not to mention Alexa Radonov. But this has been the quarter of Gabe Olasheni. I mean, he was relatively quiet in the first half. So far, 15 points here. I mean, he has been the leading factor. I mean, Gabe Olasheni really has led the way because Luke Nelson, 13 points in the first half, has not scored so far here in the second. Well, Patrick Whelan with the 2 3-pointers and the 1 technical foul free throw that he shot. Well, the question now for Serbia, can they capitalize off the Great Britain turnovers? So far, 11 turnovers here in the game for GB. Now, Serbia do have 7. They do have 8 stills for that matter. Well, one of the greatest coaches in world basketball, Coach Pesic. But also make sure there's a QR code for Courtside 1891 to get all the best stream schedules and scores for live international basketball all over the world. Courtside 1891.
So once again, who are you supporting? Is it the visitors from Serbia? Or are you supporting Great Britain?
Well, we got an ankle break. Well, Luke Nelson put the moves on, gets rejected. Well, getting a little bit too fancy now. Can Serbia capitalize? And yes, they can. Nelson, yeah, just a little bit too casual. Yaramaz is able to capitalize in transition. Back to an 8-point ball game here to Serbia. Nelson now looking for a handoff here with Olasheni. Back to Olasheni. Olasheni, bit of contact, gets his own rebound. Still can't finish it. And That is going to be a mental blow there to the Great Britain players. Again, Serbia anticipating every time that Olasheni wants to get the ball in the paint, they just collapse and clog the lane, of course. And there's a penetration, another one, and Jusic pulls up in the mid-range. He takes it and beautifully tucks it away. Jusic, again, having a good game so far. He now moves up to 10 points. He's 4 for 10 from the field. Back to Olasheni now. Bit of contact, and again, that is Gabe Olasheni that we know from Darüşşafaka. Well, night in, night out in Istanbul, this man just punishes post defense. And Juice is thought about shooting it, doesn't take it, but this time now, a bit of time and space in the lane, and that is just beautiful basketball. As he will go to the free throw line. The foul is on Jamel Anderson. Well, simple pick and roll. I mean, look at the bounce pass. Again, unable to make it a three-point play. As Dušan Ristic, who has 10 points here this evening, hasn't been to the free throw line yet. But he will now go to the charity stripe here for Serbia. Well, he went to the University of Arizona after playing his high school basketball at Sunrise Christian Academy in Wichita, Kansas. Started his pro career in 2012 with Radnički FMP. He also played in Kazakhstan at BC Astana after Dar Saratov. Now currently playing for Fuenlabrada in the ACB just south of Madrid. Doesn't get the second free throw. It is an 11-point ball game now here to the visitors. Nelson now the penetration. Again, Serbian defenders just clogging the lane, collapsing at all costs. And Juice is trying to go the way now, kicking this one out. Good ballman under the basket. Too easy, but he's unable to finish it. And how many offensive rebounds are Serbia going to keep coming up with here tonight? So far, Serbia have 15 offensive rebounds. Great Britain only 7. And that has been a key difference here. I mean, gets his own one there. Somebody's got to block him out of something. They turn it over. This is where Great Britain need to capitalize and transition. To trail by 11 points. Under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Great Britain with only 1 victory so far here in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, Whelan now, he's made 2 threes, takes it on, and Patrick Whelan nails it from downtown. That is a huge play now. Cutting it down to a 6-point ball game. Stefan Jovic now coming off one screen. Serbia now the same pick and roll offense, don't get it. Nelson secures a rebound, and now they push this one in transition. Anderson now slows this one down now. Whelan with a pump fake. Back to Olasheni, bit of contact, that's a hard foul. And Gabe Olasheni's gonna go back to the charity stripe. Well, if he can make these 2 free throws now, could potentially cut it down to a two possession game. I think Gabe Olasheni may have just taken a bit of a shot there. Well, he is 7 for 8 from the free throw line this evening. The only other GB player to take more than 2 free throws this evening has been Carl Wheatle. He has 5 points, but so far Olasheni leading the way now. 17 points, followed up by Luke Nelson, who hasn't scored since the first half. Patrick Whelan with 3 3-pointers, and the 1 free throw off the technical foul from Jusic. As Olasheni missed the free throw. Well, again, at this stage, of course, free throws just so imperative at this moment. I mean, you don't want to look back on this game and think the outcome could have been different had you made your free throws. Now, he's only missed 2 here this evening. He makes the second one now. 8 for 10 for the charity stripe here for Gabe Olasheni. 18 points for the Darüşşafaka superstar. 5-point ball game here to Serbia. Jovic now coming off one screen. Ristic. They got the switch on defense, but they're able to capitalize back now. In the corner now, there's the closeout, goes all the way to the lane now. Reverse, and throws it down with an easy little rim rocker. Well, University of Arizona alumni just going to work in the paint. Nelson now finds Olasheni. Olasheni goes up, but I think they're going to call a blocking foul. And again, this is becoming the Gabe Olasheni charity stripe show as he will go back to the free throw line. Well, collectively as a team now, Great Britain have only missed 5 free throws here this evening, as have Serbia. Serbia 12 for 17 from the charity stripe. Great Britain 13 for 18. And we got a timeout now as Coach Pesic has to figure out his players to defend the Darish Africa superstar Gabe Olasheni in the low block.
Ova petica, odnosno 0. Znači 0. Pozicija 5. On postavi blok ovdje postavi blok. I ovdje mu da drugog. 10 puta, dajte ovdje 2 na 2 malo bolje, da se odigra i da ovi 2 igrača skupite unutra, a neka gurne tamo u čošu da vidimo šta će se desiti. Pa to je ključ, to je ključ da odigrate ovo što vam kažem.
Well, again, there's going to be big free throws here for Gabe Olasheni. Cut it down to a 5-point ball game. Makes the first one now, dealing with the pressure. 6:38 to go. Great Britain now refusing, as we've seen time and time again in this game, throwing the towel and give up. Remember, they only won 1 game so far here in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Can they make it 2 here tonight? It's back to a 5-point ball game now. You can see here GB just putting on the full court pressure. Serbia with Alexa Radonov back in the game along with Stefan Jovic in the backcourt. Not struggling whatsoever as Jusic now cutting off one screen, going to a pick and roll. And there again, there's the kick out, there's the pump fake down the middle. Gets it to roll. Again, that's this beautiful basketball from Serbia. Simple pick and roll, getting on the roll now, kicking out, pump fake. As Jagodic Korija finishing with the icing on the cake. Nelson now, he's made 2 threes. Can he make another one? A little bit flat, doesn't get it. Again, he has gone ice cold here in the second half. Now 7-point lead to Serbia, under 6 minutes to go. Well, this is interesting now because Coach Stewart is going to bring back in Carl Wito along with Jordan Williams. So Alexa Radonov now fakes the screen. Again, how did he get it in the end? But how does he come back up with it? And then Jusic, big 3, doesn't get it. As Anderson secures a rebound. And then now finding Ben Mockford. Mockford coming off one screen. Pulls up in the mid-range, takes a jump shot. Ben Mockford, the current Newcastle Eagle, on his home court. Coming it back down to a 5-point ball game. Well, Serbia now just need to be patient in their offense. And Jusic coming off one screen. The foul is going to be called against Luke Nelson. And that's only going to be the 2nd team foul here for Great Britain in the 4th quarter. You gotta love the hesitation there by Jusic. And that's what's able to draw the foul against Luke Nelson. Well, Serbia have Jovic, Radonov, Ristic, Jagodic, Korija, and Jusic on the floor. Jovic down the middle, Jovic goes in, and that is too easy. But again, the same story. Well, when you are done with the donuts, you got to call box out because Serbia are just going in for second chance after second chance. Nelson now, pump fakes. Pulls up from the mid-range, fades away, in and out, doesn't get it. Again, a tough shot there for Luke Nelson. Serbia now can build on this one. There's a bigger pop. Ristic stood about taking the 3-point, doesn't go for it. Jusic now trying to go all the way. Jusic goes in again, a little bit of a touch on that one. And all of a sudden, 9-point lead to Serbia as Mark Sudol have to call timeout. And Jusic, of course, using his size, contact, and just able to muscle his way to the basket with finesse in and around the Great Britain defense off the pick and roll.
Reversed it and we shuffled through. Luke's going all the way. Go and get BMOC on those staggers, okay? BMOC all the way. If you're playing, Ben, no problem. If not, the last thing, you and Carl are in touch game, and Gabe, you're in that step up here. Jordan, your world, okay? Either here or come and circle underneath, okay? Straight back into touch game.
Well, that's just down to the fact the help side defense of both Whelan and Gabe Olasheni. It's just too slow to overreact. But, you know, the problem there, if they overcommit too much, somebody's going to be wide open on the perimeter for Serbia. And again, it's too easy for Ant Jusic, and as we saw in the previous play with Stefan Jovic got to the bucket. I mean, they have to be a little bit more accountable on defense, but Serbia at the moment with the cushion now with 4:16 to go. They're up by 9 points.
So let's get behind your team as we go to close it down.
Well, it's going to be possession now here. To Great Britain in the full court is now Cal Wheatle. He's going to play point guard now. Serbia just trying to pile the pressure against Great Britain. Is now Ben Mockford, the fadeaway three-point, doesn't get it. And they got the open look there coming off the stagger screen. And now Serbia with a chance to put this to double digits. Well, Weedle now just trying to put his hands in the cookie jar. There's the kick out. Didn't go for the three-point now. 3 seconds here. There's the kick out. A 24-second violation. Again, a very poor offense there from Serbia. Well, Jagodic Karija had a wide open look from the perimeter, decided not to go for it. He tried to go for a dump down pass, but Coach Pesic, again, doesn't look too thrilled with his team's inability to get a shot off in 24 seconds. Well, just under 3.5 to go now. Great Britain trailing by 9 points. In need of some inspiration. Weedle now catches it, finds Williams. Jordan Williams goes up, doesn't get the and one. But JW will go to the free throw. Now, I don't think they've called the foul, a shooting foul there. Maybe they called this one on the ground. Well, that's interesting. Well, the officials have deemed that the foul was before the shot. Well, Nelson here heavily guided by Stefan Jovic. Almost turns it to keep it alive. Final shot clock now. Nelson's got to get something going. Nelson going all the way. Trademark Iceman. Finger roll by Luke Nelson. Well, that is the textbook play by the man from Worthing. And that is what he does best. Just ask the German national team when he got the game winner with the exact same move. Does it with the right, does it with the left. It doesn't matter. Well, he was born on the south coast of England, made it to the University of California, Irvine, and currently top professional for the London Lions. There comes the handoff now as Jusic. 7-point lead to Serbia, under 3 minutes. And they keep trying to get some more good looks, and they don't want to get too complacent. Radonov now hangs in the air. Radonov doesn't get it. And now Great Britain cut it down to a 5-point ball game. Williams looks like he's gonna go away. Jordan Williams, are you serious? My goodness gracious, give this man some credit. I mean, Jordan Williams just went on a ride and took the entire GB offense with him. Wow, somebody show me the replay.
Ajmo Jeremić, za meni ovo, za meni. Znači, iznesemo loptu, prvo izbacimo loptu ovdje. Evo ga ovdje. Ovdje trojka, da damo ovdje dvojka, da ovdje prebacimo na četvorku i da izađemo, damo koš. Ne može to, ne može.
Well, he's going coast to coast here, vacation in November. But Jordan Williams, good night, Great Britain. That is for you. Jordan Williams with no regard for the Serbian transition defense.
Who are you supporting?
Well, that was a huge defensive play there for Great Britain. Now it just gives them a little bit of hope now with 2:33 to go. Can Serbia, leading by 5 points, respond? Remember, any bucket or any field goal now for Serbia will just crush and dampen the hopes here for a Great Britain comeback. Serbia now need a good offense. Well, Lasheni now being very physical here in the low block. 4 seconds on the shot clock. There's a spin around, goes up, the foul is called. And Gable Lasheni, yeah, just reached into the last moments. It's gonna be 2 free throws here. That's just a tough play there by Mitrovic. I mean, Mitrovic, you know he got the ball at the perimeter. A few seconds left, he had no choice but to put the ball on the floor. Well, 5 points here for Luka Mitrovic. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Oh, he missed it. The pressure. Well, this is what he's got to hold his nerve now. Put it back to a 6-point ball game now with 2:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Oh, he missed them both. And I think we got an early entry. And the early entry came from Alexa Radonov. It's going to be possession back to Great Britain here. A potential 2-possession game. Well, Luke Nelson with 15 points. Gable Lasheni with 20. Kyle Weitzel here, picked up full court by Alexa Radonov. Ben Moffat here in the backcourt along with Luke Nelson. Nelson now doesn't use the screen. Moffat down the middle. Another foul is called on the ground. It's going to be the 14th foul. No more fouls for Serbia to give away here in the fourth quarter. And that's not bad there for Great Britain, because any more fouls will send them to the free throw line.
1:53 remains.
Well, Serbia now, they need to be tight here on defense. They don't want to give anything away. Williams getting a handoff now with Nelson. Nelson finding Williams. Trying to back down, looking for a handoff with Nelson. Nelson goes baseline. He turns it over. And there you can see, good job by Ben Mockford. And Great Britain now with another chance to chip into the deficit. Down to Williams. Williams gets fouled. And Williams will go to the free throw line. Just gets body slammed on his way to the bucket. Again, I think he's like, what just happened? I don't think there's anything in that, of course. I mean, Radonov's just trying to come over and block. I'd be very surprised. Well, the officials are reviewing this one. Me personally, I just think Radonov, excuse me. I believe they're going to look at this now. This would be interesting if this gets upgraded, because in my mind, Alexa Radonov is just trying to come over and try to block the shot. Is he a little bit out of control? It's very possible. But I would be surprised if it does get upgraded.
The officials are referring things on the video screen. 1:29 remains, 65-70.
Well, there's a replay, of course. Now watch Alexa Radonov. And again, make of it what you want now. And there's a seal-off. Does he drop uncontrollably into him? Yes. Is it enough to be upgraded? I would be surprised. I mean, if it does get upgraded, the one argument that you could support that is the fact that he is out of control. So I think the decision has been made. And again, I like that decision a lot, because what it does say for this game in the last few minutes is that the physicality can be at a certain level. Again, if they're going to upgrade that to an unsportsmanlike, it would have been very tough against Alexa Radonov. But Williams, coast to coast, Captain Williams, makes the first free throw. 1:29 to go now. Missed the second one. Two-possession game. Rito's got to be careful. They just want to pick up a silly foul, because Great Britain, with one more foul to give, getting a handoff now, finding Radonov. There's a penetration in the lane. There's a kick out. There's a three-pointer. Doesn't get it. Nelson comes up with it. Well, two-possession game now here. Serbia with the lead by 4. Big possession now for Great Britain. The bucket now gives him one more chance. Nelson, there's a kick out. Wheatle, three-pointer, doesn't get it. Williams with the offensive rebound. Another chance now for Great Britain. Wheatle now looking to go all the way to the basket. Goes in with a Euro step, and Kyle Wheatle cuts it down to a two-point ball game. And the young man from Lambeth, London, from south of the river, just goes in with a beautiful Euro step. And a timeout is going to be called here. Well, that was a big possession from Kyle Wheatle. Serbia, though, the game is still in their hands. The one positive now for Great Britain is they do have one more foul to give.
It's a 68-70 ball game. Virtue Motors Arena. Who are you supporting?
Well, the Great Britain fans, along with the Serbian fans here tonight, just getting into this one. Big possession now. Under 40 seconds to go. Serbia leading by 2 points. Well, Serbia now, they score here. It's just going to take the pressure off them. Now the GB now with one foul to give. 15 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Serbia need a bucket. Great Britain need a stop. And the 10 of the shot clock now. Yaramaz looking to go all the way to the basket. Yaramaz goes up. Too easy. Gets right to the bucket. So now GB need a basket here, and they need to get a stop down the other end. We'll find Nelson now. Nelson's got to be quick. He's got to get something going. Nelson now pulls up. Hail Mary three. Way off the mark. And you can hear the Serbian fans now saying, Laku noć, good night. This is their game.
Coach Tyrrell calls a Great Britain timeout. 6 seconds on.
Luke Nelson infuriated, of course,
The game clock.
Timeout. It's my timeout, okay? So the ball's going to be full court here. Wherever the lineups are, obviously Gabe, okay, Gabe and George back here. Carl, whoever's taking the ball out, Carl, when they in, it's if you're going to press between BMOC and Luke. As soon as the ball comes in, just get up and see if we can play centre field, okay? Look, if there's a deflection there, and the same thing, Jordan, Gabe, keep guys in front of you. Back to the ball. If you can get a deflection, great. If not, on the catch, make sure we get a foul, okay? Fellas, literally half a second, see if we can get a deflection, okay? Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, that was the bucket by Yaramaz. Yaramaz just too easy getting straight to the basket. Again, the help side defense just too slow to react there.
Who are you supporting? Is it Serbia? What about Great Britain?
Well, the Serbian fans definitely have enjoyed the occasion here tonight. Now 6 seconds left. I mean, Serbia's got to just get the ball inbound and just get fouled. Great Britain, though, 2 fouls away from getting him into the penalty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight. As now Serbia, led by Andjusic, will go to the free throw line.
1.3.
Well, where has it gone wrong for Great Britain in this game? Well, of course, the one problem for Great Britain, it gave away way too many offensive rebounds. They only had 8 here this evening. Serbia was 16. I mean, Serbia haven't shot fantastically from the free throw line so far. I mean, they made that one. It's 13 for 20. I mean, apart from the rebounds and, of course, the steals for Serbia, the points they got off the Great Britain turnovers was the difference. We thank you for joining us here in Newcastle. At the end of this one, Great Britain 68, Serbia lead with the victory as they have it 74-68. And they pick up another victory and give themselves a chance of edging a little bit closer to qualifying for the 2023 FIBA World Cup. We'll show you some stats and some highlights from this game, but we thank you for joining us. Remember, courtside, 1891. More games to come over the next few days here in this window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers.
Drew, is your mic on? What a game. What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, Stefan Jovic, relatively quiet night for him, but look at that. The traveling fans, some of them probably living here in the United Kingdom. The wonderful Basel fans of Serbia. It's a big victory there for them tonight. 6 for 24 from the perimeter, 21 for 42 from inside the rainbow. And 4 more rebounds for that matter. And GB did have 1 more assist, but also did have 13 turnovers. And Yasheni, usual night for him, a good scoring performance. Only 2 points in the second half. Luke Nelson, Ristich at 15. And now we'll show you some of the highlights here from this game. Serbia going to leave with the victory.
Even when Great Britain went on that run late, the Serbs, they never flinched. Held their composure throughout this match tonight.
What an advert for basketball here in the Northeast. Great crowd once again. Tremendous.
Over the next few days, there are courtside 1891. And then you can see Greece being defeated emphatically by Latvia, while Turkey with a thumping victory over Belgium. But tonight, Serbia lead with a 6-point victory. More games here on courtside 1891. Latvia topped the group, followed up by Greece. Serbia moving to third, as Turkey now moved down to fourth place. The top three will qualify for the FIBA World Cup. As it stands, it's looking more and more bleak for Great Britain.